Yes. Welcome, our good viewers. It's on a Monday. I hope you had a very good weekend. Unajua ni December, lazima tumetoka kidogo for weekend. Nevertheless, I hope you had a very nice weekend. Welcome to Planet Gym TV, where today we shall be having a very interesting moment. Awamu ni ya uchambuzi wa magazeti, na kipindi hiki tu ni kipya, and it will be coming to you live every morning as from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. every day of the week. And ladies and gentlemen, today we have a guest with us this afternoon. We shall be having a guest with us. We will be talking a few of matters concerning our county, our beloved county, Kajiado County. And there later we shall touch on the national government, and we will be going through a few of the issues and matters that are concerning that are human interest. So welcome so much. Niko na mgeni wangu tu hapa. Niaje?
Fiti mambo.
Uko sawa?
Niko salama.
Karibu sana.
Asante.
Please introduce yourself to your people. Tell them your names and what you're doing currently. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Hello everybody, my name is Elisha Turere. I come from Kajiado County. Na kidogo mimi ni political analyst.
Kidogo.
Tunachambua maneno ya siasa
kidogo. I thought ni sana.
Tunachambua maneno ya siasa by profession. I'm a procurement officer.
You're a procurement officer?
Yes.
But part-time you are a political analyst?
Political analyst. Unajua watu lazima we keep them toes.
What do you mean by political analyst?
Political analyst is by tunachambua siasa. Tunachambua siasa ya nchi.
Siasa ya wapi?
Siasa ya nchi yetu, ya Kenya, siasa ya county yetu. You know, hii maneno lazima tuchambue so that we keep these leaders on toes. Waweze kufanyia wananchi kazi.
Okay.
So ni lazima pia tuweze kujua ni mwelekeo gani tunaenda nayo. What are the things that we need to change? Ni vitu gani ambazo tunafaa kuzitackle. Hiyo ndio sisi tunachambua.
So on whose interest do you analyze politics?
On the interest of the people.
The interest of the
people.
So your interest is not your personal interest?
It is not my interest. It is not my personal interest. It is not my personal interest. Maana kama ni personal interest, Kenya yetu ungekuwa umeshapongwa kitabu. Yes.
Good. That's nice. So that's very interesting. Karibu sana.
Asante.
This is Planet Gym TV.
Thank you.
Na tutakuwa tu tunachambua gazeti la Daily Nation hapa pole. But before we touch on Daily Nation here today,
yes.
Could you just tell us briefly about Kajiado County?
On
the political side, now that you are a political analyst.
Yes. Kajiado County is a county that is being led by a governor. A governor called Joseph Lelengu.
Yes.
That was elected in an ODM ticket. But apparently kuna mahali imefika sasa sahi anataka kuleta chama yake. And
anataka kuleta
chama yake.
Aondoke ODM.
Sasa sijui. Sasa hapo ndio sisi
But definitely that will be the thing.
Maybe they can merge and become again another coalition. You never know.
Okay.
But I also focus on Kajiado East constituency because that's where I come from. Kajiado East as well is being led by a member of parliament that was elected again in an ODM ticket. One Honorable Kakuta Maimai.
Yes.
And so that is the politics of Kajiado. The senator was elected in a UDA ticket, but right now he's singing one tone with the governor. So you wonder who is going to do even the oversight.
No, you said the senator was elected in a UDA
ticket.
But now he's dancing the tune of
the governor.
Okay.
So
is it bad? Is it wrong for him?
Development wise, I mean, his role is
politically ni wrong.
It is wrong because first of all, you have betrayed the party that gave you.
And make sure you clarify yourself very much as you say that it is wrong.
Yes.
Because currently we are talking of unity.
Exactly.
Amongst all the leaders.
Yes.
So it is very good to give us the clear aspect.
Yes.
on what matters is it wrong for him to dance the same tune with the governor.
The senator. The senator, first of all, role is to do oversight.
Yes.
So when you dance the same tune with the governor, who's going to do the oversight?
Then that means that he's not doing his work.
You're not doing your work. Because now you are busy impressing him. Because now you'll be singing to the tone that he's singing.
My brother, Waswahili wanasema umoja ni nguvu.
Ni kweli.
Utengano ni
udhaifu. Yes.
So why is it wrong? I want to know the clear picture. Why is it wrong when the governor is not united with the senator?
I tell you about several things. Number one, on the oversight role.
The oversight role.
The oversight role of the senator.
Does it mean when he's not...
I will give you instances whereby we have seen the oversight role is not being done well.
Okay.
Recently, we had our governor in the Senate on issues maneno ya maendeleo na kutumia pesa za county. Na walipofika huko, or rather when they were there, our senator was so much siding with what the governor was saying. Whereas whatever the governor was being asked about, whatever the money it was being, the money that was in question, clearly ilitumiwa vibaya. But because now we don't have the power from the senator to push and really ask the governor, where did these funds go to?
Okay.
You know? Iyo maneno ikaisha. We even saw our governor, Joseph Lelenko, being alifainiwa before. A shilling 500,000. But kidogo hiyo ikapotea ikatupiliwa mbali. So now you see hii urafiki yao imetuaffect sisi. So ingawaje umoja ni nguvu, lakini hii umoja hao inaumiza hao wananchi.
So in a nutshell, for a governor to work effectively, he must be parallel with the senator.
Not really. You know, we can be friends with you, but I don't agree to what you are doing. You know.
No, I'm asking for oversight purposes.
For oversight
now
purposes.
That if these guys will work together, then that means that one of them will outdo the other, either the senator or the governor. And in this case, the governor is not able to be silenced by the senator.
You see. If, for example, the governor is doing a nice job, that requires no more oversight. If anagawa resources za county vizuri, then kazi ya senator atakuwa anapeleka oversight role yake kusema hii imefanywa vizuri, hii imefanywa vizuri, hii imefanywa vibaya. You get? So they really si lazima wakuwe parallel so that they can wafanya kazi.
So when you give points to Senator Seki, your point basically, as you drive it, might mean that he is failing.
Yes.
In his role.
He's failing in his role.
The senator now.
And the reason why he's failing is because he is dancing to the tune of the governor. Alright? Na ndio maana I started by telling you he was elected in a UDA ticket.
Okay.
You see? But when politics Kajiado County came to be that the governor wants to form his party, or rather the Masai party, the senator was so quick to actually sing to that particular tone, and to actually shower praises to the governor immediately. And then now whatever some of the people that maybe elected him in that particular party feel like no, we didn't elect you to go and abide, or rather
to dine in the same table with the governor.
So now kazi ya oversight, maybe I want to tell my senator, in as much as you know tuko huru, you can do anything you want, you can go to any party you want, you can be friends with anyone you want, but please wewe fanya ile kazi yako ya oversight ambayo tulikupatia.
So when today you are told to advise Senator Seki, what good advice will you give Senator Seki?
Number one, just be your own person. Just be you. You know? Just be you. Don't be driven by anybody. Don't be driven by anybody to doing what you were elected to do. You clearly went around the county to request for votes to become the senator. And you went to become the senator, not the MP, or rather not the MCA. So please, you know what the senator needs to do. So just go there to the Senate and do what you were elected to do.
We will go to that deeper.
Thank you.
Next time.
Thank you.
But I want us to, before we go to Daily Nation, I want you to tell me about the party that you said the governor is interested in forming his own political party.
Yes.
Tell us please about the party.
We hear the
You
governor.
hear?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
You know, he has not really visited.
But you are a political
political
analyst. You should be having a clear picture of the political party.
But you know, the moment we will have a clear picture, is when you visit the political parties registrar and you register these parties. Now that's that's when we will come and sit down here and I'll tell you. The governor has gone ahead and registered a political
Okay,
party.
so what do you hear?
We hear the governor wants to register a party. We hear that the governor wants to form a party.
Yes.
This party is he's naming it as a party for the Maasai people.
Maasai people.
Maasai people. That the Maasai should also be
Naming it.
I don't know, but he's associating it and saying we need a party that also
The purpose of unity, Yama community.
Yama community.
Okay.
So we are labeling it a Yama community party. So he wants to bring this particular party on board. That
Okay, just before you go deeper.
Yes.
You know, Kajiado County, currently, when we look at the shape of Kajiado County, it is already made up of so many communities.
Exactly.
Not the Ma community alone.
Exactly.
So does it mean that the political party coming will only favor them because of years? There are favors for political party.
Yes.
There are reasons for a political party.
Yes.
So is the reason for this political party only for the Ma people?
I think the best person to be able to address on those issues is a governor that is really coming up with a party. Because if at all you ask me right now, I really wish that if there is a party to be formed in Kajiado County, then let it address and touches everybody. Because you understand that we have almost every tribe in Kajiado County. But if the governor is insisting that we need a party of our own, the MAP community.
But now, in your analytical issues, what do you foresee?
I foresee a party that is going to address issues
Maasai.
and putting Maasais on the discussion table. That is a party.
Not any other community.
Not any other community.
So these other communities now are discriminated from the party.
They say, or rather, the governor is trying to initiate that all these other community parties, most of them also have their political parties that speak on their behalf. And so he's trying to say it's only us, amongst the many tribes in Kenya.
Okay. Unlike the Kamba with the Wiper?
Yes, like the Luo with the ODM.
But ODM is too popular now.
But we know it is more of a Luo thing. It's more of Luo thing. And so he also wants a Maasai thing that represent Pia or Maasai and sit down.
Don't you think it's a nice idea for him or for the Maasai people?
It could
now for you as a man.
It would have been nice. It would have been nice if all the key players in political, key players in the Maasai land politics are abiding to this particular idea. It could have been really nice, and it could again be more nice if the governor is willing to welcome everybody.
Broaden everything and welcome
everybody
into the discussion.
Into this discussion.
Okay.
Isikweni self-driven because as things stand right now.
But already Seki must be represented.
I don't know. He hasn't resigned from UDA either. He hasn't resigned from UDA. So
But you said they are saying
he's dancing, yes, but he hasn't resigned from UDA.
Okay.
Right? Because even the political party isn't formed yet.
Yes.
So it would have been really nice if all the key leaders in Maasai land were of these ideas, or if each and every one of us, including the stakeholders, the business community, each and every one of us that is living currently in Kajiado County are brought on board.
Okay.
Then we're saying we also want a party that will represent our grievances in the national government. That when people sit down, we also want to be on the table.
Yes.
You see, that would have been a very nice party. But this thing, it is only being driven by Olilengu alone. A fellow like the State House Comptroller, Katole Metito, we are not hearing him wanting to dance with the tune of this particular party.
We heard him the other day talk of a village, whatever, sijui nini.
Sasa you
chama cha kijiji.
Yes. You hear now him. He's a face. He's a leader in Kajiado County, or rather, he's a leader in the Maasai community.
But I thought an idea that touches the Ma should as well touch them.
Yes, but that's why I'm telling you. it could have been nice if this particular party is being driven by both key players.
So you want to tell me that the idea only is from the governor, and the governor alone is initiating the same idea
it's clear.
And running it alone?
It's clear. It's all the governor's idea. It's all the governor's.
Prove me wrong, please.
I'll prove you wrong because State House Comptroller Katole Mtito is not abiding to this particular party.
Why?
Because maybe or not, he has not been brought to the table in this discussion. Maybe or not. I don't have facts. I don't have clear facts that maybe he was approached and he denied. I don't have clear facts.
Let's start from somewhere.
Yes.
I want us to start from somewhere.
Yes.
Now, is the political party important for the Ma people?
Very important.
If it is driven in the right way.
Very important if it is driven in the right way.
Okay.
Yes.
Whichever the way it was driven. But is it important now that it was spoken that the Ma community now is
when we look at it that way,
is also they also need to have their own political party.
When we look at it that way, then we need to ask ourselves, what are the benefits of this particular party to us, maybe the Ma community, or to the people living?
But that will be a rhetorical question because I think it's obvious, it's clear.
Why is it clear? I mean, what is clear there? You see, the governor is coming out.
Not everyone knows the importance of having a political party, unlike other communities.
But again, also these political parties are these that are favoring a few individuals. You know, so when you're not in the line of the people that in the making, you might as well not be in good position to enjoy the benefits of this political party. You see, so this particular political party, if driven well and if shared clearly, what are the objectives of this party? You know, what are the things that this party wants to address and such? I think it can be a very well idea. But the way it is stand right now, we are only hearing it, the governor announcing it in
that we
functions,
need a political party
in functions. You know, whenever he visits
masherehe, maskuku,
you know, unajua tunajua kwa kwenda masherehe. So whenever he visits somewhere, anaenda masherehe sana. Whenever he visits somewhere, whatever he is getting out, we need a political. Tunataka chama chetu. You know,
kama nini, kama Kajiado County,
kama Wamasai,
kama Wamasai,
yasemi kama Kajiado, so, because he's involving Narok, he's involving Samburu.
I thought it is you saying that.
What?
Okay,
he's involving all these other. He's saying tunataka chama ya Wamasai. Right? Anataka chama ya Wamasai. Lakini hasemi hii chama ya Wamasai.
Meaning sasa sio Kajiado County peke yake.
Si Kajiado County alone. Yana broaden. Anataka ku-invite all Masai. Yes.
The Maasais or the Nilotic group thing?
Yes. Both in Narok County, Samburu County, some in Laikipia.
Now that the other leaders in Kajiado County, amongst them the State House Controller, Katole Metito.
Yes.
And we also have the Kajiado Central MP, Elijah Memusi.
Yes.
Now that those are just some of them that I'm pointing out. Now that they did not welcome the idea, what picture is it bringing in the county government of Kajiado? As leaders of Ma leaders?
It's first of all showing that there is no unity among
there is no unity.
Amongst our leaders.
But the governor every day talks about unity.
But he's not working towards the unity. I wish you can.
Pardon? You said what?
He's not working towards the unity. He's not addressing the unity.
He's not addressing in which way?
You know, if you're talking about unity, what are the logistics you're putting in place to make sure that
to bring the unity thing?
Okay. You see, if for example the governor is initiating, let me again go to the party. Kama if anytime he goes to the public and it's like we need a party of our own that is championing, that he be the leader. You get? So where is the unity there? Because you're not inviting other political Maasai leaders and telling them what can we do if at all we need a political party, if at all we need to work together. You see that now the Maasai community is in a better place to actually do development for its people, because right now we have leaders that are very they have good positions in the national government. You see, we have people that have already been given roles in the national government that are leaders from this For example, the likes of State House Comptroller Katwele Metito, the likes of the former governor Dr. David Gidenyi. You understand? The likes of
the all senior positions.
The whole senior positions in the national government. So that means if the governor is willing actually to help the Maasai, if he works clearly well, if he works with these leaders, then the Maasai community or
now,
the people
before
will be able to get
we are out of the unity thing.
Yes.
Because I think it's very important, even to our viewers.
Yes.
Now, you said that we have some of the leaders,
Yes.
The likes of Katole Metito,
Yes.
Honorable Mary
Senator. Yes.
We also have a leader like you said,
Dr. Gidenyi.
Dr. David Ngediani.
Yes.
We have leaders like Elijah Memusi.
Yes.
Now, these are how many heads
These are
among
many-
us, Olelengu?
These are many heads.
So who should initiate the unity thing?
You know, who's the key driver right now in the county, for example?
Pardon?
Who is the key driver in the county right now? It is the governor. All right. When you're employed, when you're in the national government, you as well. You know, you shelf your way out of politics and you focus maybe on the role that you're given to serve. So because this is he is elected by people, you know, there are two different things here. Governor Lenku, it is us that are giving him the job, the Mwananchi, because we went and voted for him. State House Comptroller Katole Metito is given the job by the president. He is appointed by the president. You see, so he is answerable to what? To the president or rather to the national government.
But don't you think the position is senior?
It is very senior. It is very senior. And that's why I'm telling you, coming to answer your question, that it is the governor that should be in a good position to initiate for the
Only the governor alone?
not really him alone. It calls for maybe all the leaders to come.
All the leaders. Now you are coming to where I want you to come.
No, listen.
Political analyst, you are coming to where I want you to come. Because
It calls for all the leaders.
it calls for all the
All
leaders,
the leaders.
to
But-
advocate the
no,
unity thing.
Yes, but it again take one leader who is a governor to start addressing these issues. For these other leaders,
But the governor already is addressing the unity
he's not
thing.
addressing. He's not addressing.
He is addressing.
No, you
Power of the
you-
tongue.
you-
Already he is addressing.
He's not addressing.
He is addressing the unity thing. So what is Kato doing? What is Honorable Mary Senator doing?
I want to.
What is Elijah Kajori Memusi doing?
I want to probably help you. The governor is not addressing.
Not that I'm supporting the governor, but I want us to come to an agreement somewhere.
Yes.
Where we can at least
Yes.
bring a solution to the unity thing.
Exactly. The governor is not addressing the issue of unity.
Yes.
He's not addressing.
He is
And
not addressing.
He's not addressing. I tell you, he's not addressing. The thing here, governor.
Aren't you contradicting now?
I'm not contradicting. I'm not contradicting. I told you earlier when we started
Yes.
that what the governor is really doing, he is pushing for the issue of the political party.
Not the interest of the unity.
Not the unity purpose. And I could have agreed with you if you are saying the governor is pushing for unity. If the governor would have started pushing for the unity, calling these leaders, let us come and sit down as the leaders of this particular land, you know, and get to know the way, how we are going to lead this particular land.
I want to ask you a question.
So that is when
I want to
now.
ask you a question as you proceed.
Yes.
You as a political analyst,
Yes.
amongst the others,
Yes.
do you hold barazas?
We do.
You do.
Yes.
Don't you advocate the same?
We do advocate. There is the problem.
And I hope you do the barazas with the same leaders. The governor.
I'm coming. That's where I'm coming. That's where I'm coming. There's a law, a public participation.
Yes.
All right, that is given for the public to come on board and air their grievances and their views. And in these public participation forums, these government people, or rather the governor, for example,
They don't show up.
MP, need to be there. But it's not the case.
So they don't show up.
They don't show up. Instead, they send some individuals. Like the last public participation we had in Kitengela, we were sent some county administrators,
Yes.
in the view whatever we are going to discuss tutapelekea governor. You know, na mimi najua because you know
haijafika kwa
governor. So if these people want us
how to sure are you that haijafika kwa governor?
Haijafika because they are not implemented. They are not implemented.
What you addressed,
if what we addressed was ilifika kwa governor, you know,
atungekuwa tunaongelea mambo ya unity,
kwa tunaongelea maneno ya unity ama ile issues ambayo tulikuwa tunaziaddress mingi kwa public participation zingekuwa zimeshatakuliwa. We could have even gotten a response that this is not what we are going to do. We are not going to tackle this at the moment, but this is what we are going to tackle at the moment. This is the budget we are going to allocate to this.
Yes.
But that all those ni pia tu wanakuja tu wanajaa kwa meza, and so they are not really showing up for this public participation fund. So the only way we can able to talk to them is now through these such interviews, because they'll go and watch these interviews. So lazima tuambie
give them your idea, now advise them accordingly what you want to happen for the political party.
For the political party,
yes.
First of all, bring leaders together. Bring leaders. If you want to become a leader of a political party,
I hope you know that you are addressing the governor himself.
I know. If he wants really to own and lead us in a political party, first of all, use that leadership to bring leaders together in Kajiado County and reason together.
The leaders first to come.
Together.
Unite.
And it is him.
Even before we go to the people.
Before we come to us.
And only the governor can advocate that.
I'm not really insinuating that it's only him, because you know you might as well say, fine, let me then call these people and then wakatai. So I want to say, let the governor first of all try to work on the unity of the leaders.
Yes.
Before addressing issues political party. But issues political party, tutazi accept only if we work together as leaders.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Now, you said that you are from Kajiado East, where we are right now.
Yes.
Tell us about something to do with the development, Kakuta Mai in Kajiado East.
Kakuta Mai is really trying.
He is really trying.
He's really trying. Maybe he's lacking good people to work with.
He's lacking?
Maybe. Because I saw Kakuta Mai having a very nice initiative of building schools. And you'll understand that maybe Kajiado East, or rather Kajiado East right now as things stands, we really don't have problems with schools, with buildings. Buildings are there, schools are there.
Schools are there.
You go to a certain word like, let's say, Ulosi.
Are you sure schools are there?
Schools are there. Schools are there. You see, schools are there. Because if, for example, a person right now can take a kid from Kitengela and take them to the farthest place in Machakos County for school, then that means if we have two schools, two secondary, well equipped in Kajiado East, it can as well take us big time. See, the issue we have with education in Kajiado East is not the issue of classrooms. All right.
What is the issue, sir?
The issue is we are lacking skilled personnel, and we are lacking good infrastructure in the schools. You see, right now you'll come and build a classroom, and then he will come sherehe mingi anakuja kufungua darasa ambayo amejenga. Right? And then he disappears, he go. So that classroom needs to be equipped fully well, you know, or rather that particular school need to have some amenities to help the learners. Say a library, say a school lab, say these teachers that are well trained. All right. You know, it's a shame that you go to a very well constructed school, and you find that it has, let's say, 4 or 5 national government teachers. All right. The rest, either 2 or 3, labda wanalipwa na wazazi. So there is that lack of skilled personnel. So I think he would have sat down first of all on issues education. Would have sit down maybe and say, what is the challenge we have in education? Because schools in Kajiado is really the government schools, they are not really performing. They're not performing. So we will have sat down and said, what is the main issue? Why are these schools not performing? What needs to be done? Is it the issue of building classrooms? Ndio shida. Na kama hiyo ndio shida, then let me construct classrooms. Na kama si hiyo, then what needs to be done? So I tend to tell him again, we are really not having a problem in classrooms. Because you can even give good education. I want to ask
you a question, sir.
Yes.
You are meaning that Kakuta Mai has tried his level best. He has built classrooms.
Yes.
Already classrooms are in place.
Yes.
So what we are lacking is skilled personnel.
Yes.
And the infrastructure.
Yes.
Whose job is that?
I think it's his job to go and he's a member of parliament. You know, he's a member of parliament, and it is his role
now
to go to parliament.
After Kakuta Mai has built a classroom and he goes, is it really? Will he really have that knowledge again to now? And that is putting in mind that the constituency is a bit.
Yes. That's why I told you when you asked me how is the development, how is he doing? I said he is really trying. He's trying. I didn't say amefanya, he's okay. I didn't give him a kudos. I said he's trying. And I told him,
compared to the time frame.
Yes, and I told you maybe he's lacking some good people that to work with.
Okay.
Because if there is this funds, kama kuna pesa ya kujenga classroom in a school that inakuanga tu existing na kuna kuanga tu na madarasa, basi kuna pesa, you know, ya kutengeneza either school labs, ya kutengeneza, ya kuleta hizo infrastructure, hizo infrastructures ambazo zinahitajika kwa hizo mashule, you know, na ndio sasa those people will have maybe given an advice amwambie, in this school we don't want a classroom. This is what we want, A, B, C, D.
Now, the owners of the place.
The owners of the
those, the first beneficiaries.
The
parents.
Yes. Plus, the people also he's working
minding with. That you are one of the parents.
Yes. Plus, the people he's working with. Yes. Because these are his scouts. These are the people that tell him, jenga darasa pale, jenga darasa pale. So, do
you have an example of a school in that situation?
In what situation, for example?
Yeah, well, maybe in Kitengela.
I know one in Isinya.
In Isinya?
Yes.
The
one he was alikuwa anajenga ile day secondary. You know? Our classroom mbwembwe mingi. I'm building a day secondary school. I mean, you shared alone is not enough for us to comfortably sit down and say that
you have a classroom.
We have a school. Or rather, we have a school that is running. You know, school is not the buildings. School is another building. You can give even good education in, you know, in whatever field.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Lakini wanafanya masherehe sana.
You have
is really doing a lot.
Wanafanya masherehe.
Wanafanya masherehe sana. To do Thanksgiving. So you go thank God at your personal level. You use that particular money and
masherehe ni mbaya.
Masherehe ni mzuri na ni mbaya. Because
why did you choose to say that wanafanya masherehe sana?
He recently had a Thanksgiving.
Last weekend. And what is the problem with that?
The problem is you are pumping a lot of resources in doing that. So you go thank God in church. Give that donation in church.
Kwa hiyo masherehe yache.
Masherehe tupunguze. Masherehe tupunguze. Yes.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. I think that was very interesting about Kajiado.
Yes.
We need more time to analyze about Kajiado and the party thing, the unity thing, the Kajiado. At least we exhaust on every constituency.
Yes.
We need more time for that. Now, let's come back to what we should be doing.
Okay.
And like what you see here, Raila under siege.
Yes.
We are seeing tuchambue tu kidogo hili gazeti la Daily Nation. Azimio leader Raila Odinga is a man under pressure. Some of his coalition allies have refused to support his decision Kumoto to endorse the bombers talks report over its failure to include ways of cutting taxes to bring down the cost of living. What is happening, sir?
Nikubaya. Because Nikubaya. Number one, our leaders are just driven by self-interest.
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 My God.
And it is dangerous. Even the dialogue, whatever we saw them go sit down, the bombers talks, those were just self-driven, self-interest-driven people sitting down to discuss their cakes. So it was never, and I'll dare say that, it was never not for our...
You are not apologetic saying that.
I'm not apologetic. It was not for our interest. It was not for our interest.
Yes.
You see? So right now, Raila Odinga,
yes.
Raila Odinga, as the Daily Nation say, I would rather put it, he is under siege. Because he's okaying with whatever report that came. He's okay. Fine, he report.
He's okay.
Yes, it is okay. Lakini, now trying to be Raila. Let us take it to referendum for people to go and vote. What are we coming to vote? And now why he's under siege? It's because some of his coalition leaders.
Let's start somewhere.
Okay.
We understand that there was a bipartisan talks.
Yes.
With the Azimio coalition
and the government
and the ruling party.
Yes.
The UDA thing.
Yes.
Now, you want to tell me that Raila is very much okay with the report that came after the bipartisan talks?
But that is what he said. He said it is okay. Let us take it now to the people to gain vote. Referendum. These are not my words now.
What is Raila after, according to you?
According to me, I told you, I started by saying these leaders are self-driven. All right? And why the Daily Nation is putting it that he is under siege, for example, it's because some of his principles are not okay with what Raila is okay with. And I tend to feel that.
Like Mother Karua?
Mother Karua is not okay. Eugene Omalo is not okay. You know?
We are also told that likely the former president Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is also not agreeing with the same thing.
I cannot confirm that because he hasn't come out and say.
But that's what we are reading from the Daily Nation. No, that is what we are reading from.
He didn't speak. He didn't speak anything. Uhuru didn't say anything. Actually, the media put it that.
So you disagree?
I don't want to disagree or rather agree. It is until we hear from Uhuru himself. But what we are.
But if Raila is self-centered, then there is no way you will remove you will put aside Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Yet he is the chairman of the coalition.
But these people again, I told you they are driven by self-interest. The interest of Raila is not the interest of Uhuru, and Uhuru's interest is not Omalo's.
Clarify to us.
Okay, Omalo's interest isn't Mother Karua's interest. Why they are maybe not? Why is Kalonzo Musyoka? Because he was leading the Azimio coalition in the talks. Did we hear him say anything? Where is Opiya Wanani? Did you hear him say anything?
Sir, you know, I want to read you a statement here.
Please do.
In the Daily Nation, so that you at least you give us some evidence of what you're telling us.
Yes.
Now, when we read here, cracks in Raila Odinga, Azimio la Umoja One Kenya continue to widen after one of the coalition's principal, Eugene Wamalwa, opposed referendum.
Exactly.
Calls by the ODM leader unless the cost of living issue is addressed. So there is an issue to do with the cost of living issue.
There's an issue to do with the cost of living. But again, it's PR. It's PR to me. Wamalwa was in that particular talks, wasn't he?
Wait. This nation is telling us that Eugene Wamalwa has disagreed with Raila Amolo Odinga, because Raila Amolo Odinga is bringing on board the issue to do with the referendum.
Yes.
To push in the report now.
Yes.
That was given.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But now Eugene Wamalwa as well as Mother Karua are after dealing with the issue to do with the cost of living.
Okay.
Now go forward and explain yourself now.
I can now go forward. You see, Eugene Wamalwa was...
Because you say that is just PR.
It's PR. It's PR to me.
Why did you say that?
It's PR to me because Eugene Wamalwa was in these talks.
The bipartisan
The
talks.
bipartisan talks.
Yes.
All right? He was amongst the panelists that were selected by the Azimio La Umoja coalition. So they went down and sat down and talked, and actually presented to us this particular document. Rather, they presented to the president and
As a legit document.
As a legit document. So why didn't they address the cost of living there then? Why didn't Eugene Wamalwa clearly came out after the completion of this particular report and said, no, this report is not well done because we have not addressed the cost of living?
But Eugene Wamalwa is not against the report.
That's what I'm saying. He's not against the report.
According to what we are
he is against the report not including or rather addressing the cost of living. Because the cost of living was to be addressed in the report. That's so you know. The cost of living was amongst the things that they went and sat down
the report
to talk. So the cost of living should have been addressed in the report. So why didn't Eugene Wamalwa, why didn't we see Eugene Wamalwa come out, just let me finish, come out and say, I disagree with this report that we have completed today because it is not addressing the cost of living the way we want it to be addressed. But he waited until Raila Odinga said, let us take this report to the people for a referendum. Ndio sasa anakuja hapa kupiga kelele kusema, oh, we will not agree with Raila Odinga because it is not touching on the cost of living. Is it right now that ndio imekuwa more serious?
Now, there is a hot question for you here.
Okay.
As a political analyst, I want to ask you this question. Because now that Eugene Wamalwa, let's agree first that in this context, Eugene Wamalwa and Mother Karua are addressing the same thing.
But they are.
They are?
Yes, they are.
We can agree that.
We agree that.
Now, good. Okay. So, now, there is this question, there is a statement by Mother Karua, sawa, concerning, and Eugene Wamalwa is among those in the bipartisan talks. Yes. But there is a statement made by Mother Karua, who is still at the same point with Eugene Wamalwa. Sawa sawa. And this is what I quote. Unfortunately, the findings of the report confirm that the committee was formed by unwilling, composed of the incompetent to do their necessary. What is the meaning of this statement from Mother Karua?
You know Mother Karua, we all know Mother Karua. So it's a very nice, clever woman. And
she's a clever woman.
Yes. You
credit her that.
Yes. And for Mother Karua to say this, maybe she saw that the people they sent to go and sit down who had those particular behavior were unqualified, maybe.
Were incompetent. But Eugene Wamalwa is among them.
No, listen, yes.
And they are addressing the same thing. They are against what they are.
But you know, this is Mother Karua's thinking. And you cannot come and ask me to change Mother Karua's thinking. Maybe she saw that Eugene Wamalwa, in as much as we are addressing the same thing, cost of living here, you were incompetent to sit there.
But I guess because this statement is here, it's among what we are reading in the Daily Nation.
Yes.
Yes? Has nothing to do with Eugene Wamalwa.
And it is not Eugene Wamalwa alone. All right? I can be incompetent, and we address the same issue. Because what Eugene Wamalwa is addressing is saying we are not going to allow a referendum if the cost of living is not done, not addressed. All right? Mother Karua is saying the same thing. But in addition of what Mother Karua is saying, she's saying that they had a group of people that were incompetent. So we cannot change her thinking on that. Maybe she saw that the group that was there was maybe incompetent to her. But the issue that it's here with us is about Raila Odinga trying to want for a referendum because he's okay with the document.
He's okay with already. He's okay with the document.
But now that I am okay, let me take this to the people.
Now, before we leave this, putting aside Raila, Eugene Wamalwa, and Mother Karua, let's come now to the interest of the people, according to this context. You see? Now, if it were you, how will you address this thing now that we have the cost of living thing and we have the referendum thing? The referendum thing being pushed by the former Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga, right? So that with his own interest, I don't want to say to put it as the human interest, and there there is an interest with Eugene Wamalwa and Martha Karua, unlike the former President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta.
Yes.
So what will you advocate now? Now when we talk about, because we have the referendum thing,
the interest of
and we have the cost of living, considering the interest of the people.
And I think, this is what I think, on my view, that change should come from the people. We really don't want maybe someone to push us for our change. You see, let us get tired as people, as people that really elected these leaders, and go ahead and change, or rather and implement the changes that we want to be changed. The issue of cost of living, it is us people to just wake up one day and feel like we are all tired, because what led
go back to the streets
and go back to, without being
go back to the streets
without being planned without being planned by somebody at all, because I didn't agree with this issue.
But how can somebody in Kajiado agree
listen.
with somebody in Busia?
Sahi tukipatana wote hapa nje, we are all complaining, maisha imekuwa ngumu. That is what we are saying. All right? Maisha imekuwa chakula So that means we are being faced with one serious problem, all of us, even including the business people. Wanalia tax pale nini sisi tunalia njaa, so we are all crying. So that means just want one person or other people to mobilize us and say, enough is enough. Enough is enough. We want the issue of cost of living to be addressed. Lakini see Raila kuja tuambie the cost of living is bad, and then you go sit down there, maybe he's promised something in the government, and then he's okay with the document that is coming. Now Wamalwa, because also maybe in one way or the other he also wants something in the government.
I want to understand you, like our viewers.
Yes.
Are you meaning that we address the cost of living thing? Is that
we address issues affecting us, even including our development? You see, as people, when we elect an MCA, for example, we should know what an MCA should do for us. And if he fails to do whatever we elected him to do, we come out and address him. That we need ABCD. Same case with the president, same case with the MP, but collectively. Because hii issue ya wakubwa wao kwenda kukaa pale ni kusema tu wacha tukupee unyamaze, and that issue will never be.
So they will not solve our problem.
They will never solve our problem. They will never solve our problem. So the solution of our problems as a people is in our hands.
Wow, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. The Deputy President says that we are out of the ICU.
Yes.
Let's conclude by this, just because for the interest of time, the Deputy President says that the state of Kenyan economy is out of ICU.
That is his view.
His view.
Yes. We are not out of ICU. We are not out of ICU.
We are not out of ICU.
We are not out of.
What is the meaning of this ICU thing?
The ICU to them.
Somebody there did not read this.
To them.
Yes.
The Deputy President said we found the government at the ICU. So the ICU. Tuweke ile ICU ile tunajua. Ile so that our viewers.
Tunagonjeka anapelekwa.
Mtu anagonjeka anawekwa ICU. So ukiwa kwa ICU kwa mahali critical. Ni kamera kwa le happen utoke ama uende. So the Deputy President is saying walipata economy ya Kenya ikiwa hapo. Itoke ama ikufe. Iishe. Because that is what ICU clearly means. Sasa to him anasema huyu, unajua mtu akiwa kwa ICU ukitoka autoki ukienda nyumbani. Unatoka unawekwa kwanza kwa ward ulale pale.
Uendelee tuone kama umepata mabadiliko.
Kama utapelekwa nyumbani ama urudishwe ICU. You know? So the Deputy President is saying tumetoka nje ya ICU sasa. Sasa tuko kwa ward as a country. But that is his view. If I'm asked,
what is your view now?
If my view, our country, if we go with the ICU notion, we are still in the ICU.
We are still in the
ICU. And there is nothing they are doing to get us out of the ICU. Because
na tukikosa kutoka tutaenda wapi ndugu yangu?
Labda tutakakaa. Unajua pia mtu atakaa kwa ICU miaka mingi kabla akufe. So the Deputy President aache tu kudanganya watu. That is what we are talking earlier, that it is changes in our hands. So let the deputy president not come out and say, we are out of the ICU, we are fixing the economy, we are trying our level best, we are paying loans.
And they are
because I even see him say that the shilling will be strengthened after paying off debts.
And they are still taking debts.
And they are still taking debts. The president is all over taking.
So how do you recover debt?
So how do you recover debt when you
are still?
So they are still. Sasa huyu ni yule mgonjwa kwa ICU but anapewa dawa mbaya.
Tupe maneno yako ya mwisho ndugu yangu ndio tuweze kumaliza. Thank you so very much.
As I said earlier, change is in the hand of the people. If we need to tackle the issues that are challenging us in the government, in the political field, we need to understand our responsibility as a people and actually move forward and address our issues. Yes.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That is Sir Turere. Yes, Sir Turere, political analyst.
Yes.
Thank you very much. We've had a very nice moment here, lies in Kajiado County, but I hope we'll get more time.
We will
to touch on the national government.
I'm available. You invite me anytime.
Yes.
You'll come and address this.
I will dearly. Yes. We need to touch more about the national government. Nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Thank you very much. It has been a very nice talk. Let's meet on Wednesday very early in the morning at 8. We will be picking our program and we will have tutakuwa tumekuandalia tu mjadala mzuri sana, na ukumbuke kwamba hata maoni yako ni ya muhimu sana. Tunashukuru sana, tunakutakia jioni njema. Mungu awabariki nyote. Thank you very much.